Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I'm Lisa Marie. You've just tuned in to Bank Life. If this is your first time viewing my channel, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, woo, 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 to my subscribers, to my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so Bank Life has now been reviewing paternity court cases, all right? Paternity, as you already know, is just the state of being someone's father, right? So we have our judge, presiding judge, Lauren Lakes, who will be presiding over this particular case of Watkins, Van Meter versus Watkins. All right, let's get to the case, y'all.
Everyone.
Good morning.
Ms. Van Meter, after a recent medical scare, you realized it is imperative that you prove to the defendant that he is the biological father of your 3-year-old son, DeCedre, so you can put his name on the birth certificate. You are hopeful today's results will help save your family. Mr.
All right. So first we got Ms. Van Meters. Let's get this straight, right? So Ms. Van Meters is here in the court to prove that Mr. Watkins basically is the father. She had a recent medical scare, and it'll save her relationship as well as put his name on the birth certificate. All right, let's get to Mr. Watkins.
Mr. Watkins, you say your paternity doubt has destroyed your relationship with the plaintiff, and when the results prove you are not the father, you are gone forever. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Watkins basically is saying, hey, listen, if it shows I'm not the father, deuces, I'm out of here. Let's go.
Ms. Van Meter, what is the current status of your relationship?
We are not in a relationship. We just live together at the moment.
Okay.
We broke up because of the simple fact that I cheated, and he has just stayed, and he's been there throughout everything.
All right, how many of y'all know a man that's going to stay there after you cheat and just been throughout everything? I mean, I got to give it up for Mr. Watkins. I got to give it up because most of the time, first of all, in the cases, and I don't want to sound prejudiced, but a lot of times it's the men cheating. And I noticed that a couple of my cases that I start reviewing now, the women are the one who's saying, listen, I cheated. You know what I mean? And being honest. A lot of times, though, it is a clapback. In other words, you cheated on me, now I'm going to cheat on you. So a lot of times it's been like, hey, listen, people are doing tit for tat. But the only problem with this is that we have children involved. And I like the way the judge calls them in some of the cases, little people. So don't forget when you're trying to, get your revenge. I know the Bible said revenge is God's, but everybody trying to take revenge in their own hands. Say, listen, I'm going to get my revenge, but only thing, you going home. You're going to have to bring that baby home. You know what I mean? And you're the one that have to watch. So a lot of times, you're the one that's really paying the price, yet you're saying you're getting your revenge. So, you know what I mean? Not that that it's this case, but a lot of times that's how cases are. But I like the way Ms. Van Meter already ahead of time saying, listen, I cheated. Straight up, I cheated. Taking responsibility. Let's go.
The whole birth, throughout my son being 3 now, he's just played his dad the whole time. I don't really know why he stayed. I just know he has stayed.
All right, so
I heard somebody in the background saying, Y'all, how many of y'all, let me know in the comments if you heard somebody go, Let me know if y'all heard that. Let me bring this down just some. Let me know if y'all heard that.
Mr. Watkins, what's going on in the home?
Well, number one, I'm not going to leave a child without a father because I grew up without a dad. So I'm going to just go ahead and do what I have to do as a man and still be there.
And I can see as you talk about that, you feel emotional.
So Mr. Watkins saying, listen, I grew up without, so much respect to the brothers that say, hey, listen, I grew up without a father, and I'm going to make sure that my son does not grow up without, if it is my son, that I'm here. Now that's honorable. So to the brothers out there who say, you know what, I grew up without my father, and I'm going to make sure that my son does not grow up without a father. And for the women who say, hey, I'm just going to make sure that, I try to do it the right way and try to have the father in their life and trying to be committed and, trying to do it God's way. Much respect to you as well. Let's go.
You've been very good to this child.
Yeah.
Despite your doubt, because it means something to you.
Right. Also, I play father to her other child that doesn't have a father in her life. So
Okay.
I'm taking care of the whole crew.
Hey, I think there's a lady in the second row that just keep going, But no, much respect again to Mr. Watkins to say, listen, I play a father to her daughter as well. And, I was looking up to see, what are the consequences of not growing up with a father in your life? And a lot of times, things like lack of decision making, not being confident. It's those little things that you think, it don't really matter if he and my... No, it matters. It matters. Even when you don't know it matters, it matters. Let's go.
And I understand that and I respect that. But it's just like, he makes me feel like it's a financial thing of why he has stayed. And it's not, because we're going to be okay. And I think he could still father my child even if he's outside of the house.
So, Mr. Watkins, what I want to understand from you is it's bigger than I'm just staying in the house because this child needs to have a father.
Right. Because
Yeah, so, and he's going to say yes, because, I got to kind of interject because of the sake of YouTube. Yeah, he's like, it's bigger than that, And Mr. Watkins is like, listen, she cheated. So this is another reason. And I'm going to let him explain that for himself, but I'm just going to interject for a minute. It's bigger than that. And again, he grew up without a father, and yet he's taking care of the kids, her other kid that's not his, and this alleged kid that she's saying is his, taking care of him too. So he looks like he's I always say a stand-up dude. And so, and he's really, come on, I'm impressed by Mr. Watkins. Excuse me. Let's go.
I found out she cheated, and that's what, I didn't understand why, because I felt like we're all adults. If you want to be in a relationship, you're going to be in one. If you don't want to be in one, you don't.
Okay, well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty, because like Mr. Watkins say, if you want to be in a relationship, you're going to be in one. And if you don't, then hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no. No, but seriously, if you want to be in a relationship, be in one. And if you don't be in one. Why mess up? Why mess up somebody else's life? You don't want to go, then go. Let the person heal and let them move on and let them get their life together. What do y'all say? Let me know in the comments. I'm Lisa Marie, and I approve this message. And make sure you subscribe. Thank you.
As they say. Because the cheating is what caused the paternity question.
Right.
All right. How did you find out she was cheating?
Well, I saw her on the couch texting, but I could clearly see what she's doing. She's texting and deleting messages. And she's like, I was just talking to my friend. What you deleting messages for? Then she pretty much was arguing about it, the fact of what she was saying.
Oh, look at the cute kid, DeCedre. Okay, let's get
Now, I
back.
was like, you wasn't saying that because you deleted them. So
All right, so first of all, texting and deleting. What is going on? I don't know if you checked out my other video with James versus Shamel Cade. Make sure you check it out. We talk all this texting and then deleting and texting. What's going on with the texting and deleting? What is that about? How are you going to text and delete with the person right there? You know what? I don't understand. I just don't understand how you could text and delete with the person right there. That just makes you go,
left, just cool down, because I don't like sticking around arguing about nothing. So I was coming back. One of her family picked me.
All right, I'm going to have to move it along because I don't want no problems with YouTube. So she was caught cheating, all right? But the way she was caught, Miss Van Meter was caught, is that Miss Van Meter was caught having sex with an ex who she didn't have sex with before. She was just dating him before, in which she just kissed him, but she got caught by one of her own family members first, and her family member, when they went to pick him up to bring him to the house, let him know that, hey, she was having sex in front of the house. Now, that's what we call disrespectful. All right, so I'm going to move it up a little.
And your family was inside the house?
Yes.
And then they told on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. So,
Somebody said, wow, shots fired. That's right. Why you cheating?
Mr. Watkins, you're riding in the car.
Yeah.
How do you find out that it's the guy with the text messages?
Well, she told me who it was.
All right, so she told on herself. Again, she told on herself. But he knew, Mr. Van Meter said, he knew, and she told that, hey, this is the person that I was doing the text messaging with. But when she first did the text message, of course she's going to say she's just texting a friend. I'm just texting a friend. I'm deleting and texting, but don't let people make you think you crazy, okay? You know what you seen. They texting and deleting because they cheating. No. Shots fired. Let's get to the video, y'all.
Like
when
who
you
the actual
her.
person was.
I was going to tell him when he got
and then
there.
my whole thing
But
was, you said it was a friend. You said it was a friend, right? But that person that you claim to be as your friend was the person that you said that you dated a while back.
A long time ago.
So it was never a friend. So you was on the phone with your ex texting, deleting.
Well, this is the part it all.
See, this is the problem. Let the judge, let me let the judge, I got to give you 2%. Let me let the judge tell you what's actually going on here. Let's move it up a little.
Mr. Watkins just testified that this was the person that used to date previously.
It didn't date him. When I talked to him, it was just talking. I never done nothing. We kissed. Then that was all we did. It was before I met him. And then I met him.
Okay, but let's see what the judge is going to say.
So if there's no and you texting and deleting message, he knew there was smoke there. He knew that because that doesn't make any sense. If you just texting a friend, then why you got to delete the messages? And then, look, I'm big. If I'm
y'all need to put this in a comment with the
why.
why.
A friend of mine.
I know that's right.
There's no friend of his. Then he knew something was up. Now you say, I never had sex with this guy before, but I did kiss him.
Well, I guess they were making up for lost times.
Shots fired. Maybe they was making up for lost time. But Mr. Watkins is like, listen, I knew he wasn't, you know what I mean? You see the person texting and deleting. He already know he's not crazy and he's not stupid. Let's go. Let's hear what else.
My kid's mom was trying to have her. It's almost just like exercising after a while. So, eventually she got pregnant. I'm not fertile. So when
if you had
all right. So I wanted to just get to that point where y'all hear that first of all, so number one, so there are two things here. Number one, she cheated. Number two, Mr. Watkins is saying, listen, I'm not fertile. It took my other baby's mama time to get a child. So these are the two reasons why he believed, really, if I could break it down to two reasons, that's what I would break it down to, that this is the reason why it just creates more doubt that the Cedric, the cute kid, is not his. Or he believes, that the Cedric is not his because of these two particular reasons. And that's what causes the doubt. You're cheating. He's not fertile. And of course, he's saying, hey, this is part one. And he's saying, listen, if y'all can put that in the comments. So let me know on part one, this particular one, do you think that the Cedric is Mr. Watkins' child? Based on the pictures. And the thumbnail will be a picture of Mr. DeAndre and the Cedric as well. If you want to take another look and then go back and put in the comments whether you think he looks like the child or not. All right. So this is going to be 2 parts. I'll see you in part 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. Put a heart in the comment to let me know that you watched it all the way through. Thank you. I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you so much for tuning in. And can we talk bank life?